Hi, this is the video for electric scooter and electric bikes for error code 2. The E2 code is most likely is your brakes. So the best thing to do is check your brakes front and back. So hold the brake and switch it on. Try to move. So it's nothing happening. Try your other brake. Try to move. As you can see, it's moving freely. And there we go. It's error code E2 code. To fix this code, you need to adjust your brake. You can adjust either from here or back caliper adjustment, which is here. You can adjust this, tighten up a bit, and it should fix your problem. But sometime, even if you tighten it too much and you press your brake, if it's coming too close to it, then you'll need to do the caliper adjustment. The brake caliper, it will go too close, which is not too good. So mine is fine at the moment, but I will show you if it's going too close, how you're going to adjust this. So if your caliper is going too close together, that means actually could be the problem with your brake pads. You need to change your brake pads or need adjustment. I will show you how to change brake pads or do the adjustment. So you need to look actually what kind of tool you need. On this one, you need, it's like an Allen key. Both of these, you need to take this one out and this one. It's different fittings. They have different type of fittings. Some of them they've got bolts, and this one has got Allen, so I will use that. So remove this one anti-clockwise all the way out, and also remember there are going to be washers at the bottom of caliper and also on the top. As you can see here, it has a washer here, and it will have a washer in the bottom. I will show you. So the second one here, so I will take that off as well, and the anti-clockwise again to open it. There we go. It's off. As you can see, there are some washers on here, so make sure you keep hold of them. Also, it's better off before you take it off. If your brake is a bit sticky, you can loosen this this cable as well. So once you've taken this caliper off, there's an adjustment on the back. This is one we are going to use. I'll show you how to change the brake pads. So take a screwdriver. These are the brake pads. They're quite tiny and it's like a magnetic field. So you need to pull them out away. It's a bit tricky one. There we go. This one is out. So there you can see it's the brake pad. So still enough at the moment because these are quite tiny, so quite enough there. So all you need to do is just do the adjustment. So you can't put it wrong way around. So there are two. If you can see, it's another one here. There's a lock. So all you need to do is this metal part, you need to make sure it goes towards the caliper and the pad side goes in the gap side. So you push it back in straight away, slide it in. So once you've done that, keep spinning until you drop it into the lock. Like I said, it's a bit tricky. Keep spinning and you can see this lock. It's here. Push it down. There we go. It's in its place. There we go. So you can see it's quite a big gap in it. So what you need to do is just tighten up. So there's an adjustment at this side of the caliper. So you tighten it clockwise, but make sure don't tighten it too much what it will do, as you can see, it's pushing the brake pad out. There we go, as you can see this. So make sure don't push it out too much. For example, if you push it out too much, when you press the brake, the lock is going to come off and it will spin. It can spin out and come out, so it needs to be very reasonable. So you need to check it. So in order to check it, just press the caliper down this bit, see how far this is going. So it is going to go very far because at the moment there is no disc. So you need to consider your disc also, that how thick your disc is. So if you tighten it too much, then your caliper is going to get stuck with it. So before putting any washers or anything, just check it first if that is okay. So to do that, just put your brake pad back. So make sure it's free, it's not sticking. So it's free, looks free to me. So what we're going to do is now we're going to put the washers back. So there were 2 washers in the bottom, each side of the brake pad of the caliper. So just move it up, put the washer underneath, and these 2 washers on other side. So when you do the washers, there are 2 sides of the washer. Also remember that one side is a little bit deep, it's like a collar, and other side is flat. Make sure the collar side goes up, which gives a little bit support to your bolt. So I'm going to lift it a little bit up and put these washers underneath. To keep it on its place, use that long bolt or screw, whatever you have according to your fitting, so the washers stays. So that one dropped. So put back in. There we go. I'll just put it on the screw itself. It's sometimes easier because the space is quite tight here. You might struggle with it. So that's in place. Don't tie it all the way, just 2 or 3 threads, and then the second one in its place. Again, make sure the washers are tied in its place, they're not moving around wrong way. It's a bit tricky, the washer came out from the bottom. That's what we need to be careful with, to make sure the washers are not slipped out. Some of them they will have thicker washer, and some of them with just 1 washer, and some they put actually 2 washers only. The reason why they do it, they just want to keep this caliper up. So make sure actually the edge of this caliper is not touching the brake. So if you can see a little bit from here, there's a gap. So we need to make sure we maintain that gap by using these washers. It depends on the fitting. So once we've done that, tied this up. Don't tie too much. First do the one, just normal tie, not too much, and then the second one. As you can see from here, a little bit tricky position. There we go. I've tightened it, and now tie it a little bit more, but make sure you don't snap it, because this material, you need to be very careful. You can break it very easily. You don't have to tie it too much, just reasonable tightening. Once you've done that, make sure this cable is adjusted. So put this one and the one on the top. These are, make sure they're all the way near, they're not away from the brake. It's because otherwise it's not good. So you'll have to do it again and again. So the best thing to do is just tie them all the way down. So to adjust the brake, all you do is just loose this one up. Is the cable. So that's your caliper. It's completely all the way in the bottom, so I'm gonna leave it there at the moment and test it first. So pull the cable all the way down. Make sure the cable is not loose from the top also. So I'm pulling it down and then tight a little bit. So a little bit more. There we go. That looks okay to me. Now we're going to test the brake. How you're going to test the brake is by pressing it first, see how far it goes. That looks good to me. So what you need to do is move with your scooter or your bicycle to make sure it's not jammed. So now we're going to demonstrate if we still have error code 10. So switch back on. As you've seen, the error code came and it disappeared again straight away. So lift the back wheel of your scooter, put it on something, and then there we go. As you can see, it's making noise. That means actually my brakes are a bit too tight, so I'm going to loosen the brake a little bit. So go back here. So there we go. This brake is loose. There we go. So check in third mode as well, how fast your scooter is going. If it has dropped the speed significantly, that means actually your brakes are tight. So now holding brake, there's no E2 code anymore. Thank you for watching.